alright 반복된 시간 이제서야 끝
Wabarakatuh. My name is Katurna Dara Sipatul Mania, NIM T2018-6102. In here, I will explain a little about the types of qualitative research approach. In this book, there are several explanations from the expert about the qualitative research approach. One of them is from Creswell, which explaining the five approach. There are narrative research, phenomenology, grounded theory, ethnography, and the last case study. But in this book, focus on the 8 most common approach to qualitative research, and I will explain about the 8 types of the qualitative research approach. For the first is a basic qualitative studies. In a basic qualitative studies, descriptive text will be given for understanding a phenomena, event, process, and the opinion of the people that involved. And the main purpose of this study is to understand the world or other people's experience. Usually the example of these types are how the event, how the phenomena, and how the process are asking about the feeling of the participant. And for the second is a case studies. This case study focus on one unit that resulting in a detailed description. Example of underlying questions are what are the characteristics of the entity, phenomenology, person, or setting, and the case and these case studies usually cover various sources of data collected over time. And the fourth is a content or document analysis. Content or document analysis is a research method that applied to written or visual material for the purpose of identifying certain characteristics of that material, and the material analyzed in the form of textbooks, newspaper, and others. And the content analysis usually often used in education. And the fourth is ethnographic studies. Ethnographic is the in-depth study of behavior that occurs naturally in culture and behavior, with culture referring to the belief, value, concept, practice, and common attitudes of a particular group of people. And these studies use the observation research. So for the fifth is a grounded theory studies. Grounded theory has its root in sociology. Its goal is to inductively build a theory about the practice or phenomenology using interviews and observation as the primary data collection tools. And for the sixth is historical studies. Historical studies are oriented to the past. Then the method of the research must be different from another qualitative research. For the seventh is narrative research. Narrative research has its roots in different humanities disciplines and a focus on stories spoken or written told by individuals. A narrative can be any text or discourse. And for the last, for the eighth, is phenomenological research. A phenomenological study is designed to describe and interpret an experience by determining the meaning of the experience as perceived by the people who have participated in it. And maybe the last. Maybe that's all from me. Sorry if there are many mistakes from me. And the last, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.